What's up, ladies and gents, boys and girls? Your boy Dread is back. Welcome to the Dreadman Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Jay the Dreadman Thomas. Here with my boy Flipside. What's up, Flip? We might have a couple of people joining us later on, but yeah, what's going on, man? Good to have you back.
Not much, man. Just enjoying this week.
Yeah,
Especially
definitely.
the football week.
Oh yeah, definitely. And you know what? Since you weren't on the show last week and you didn't get a chance to predict your winner for the Bills and Chargers game, I'm gonna shut up for the next 2 or 3 minutes and let you talk your shit. Go ahead. I mean, the floor is yours. I'm gonna let you say what you need to say.
Look, man. Usually I would be like that Bills defense. I would be hyping up the Bills defense, but they took Tyrod out that week. I wanted to come on and be like, look, I want to vote against my Chargers because every time I vote against them, they win. But I was like, they're going up against a rookie quarterback with a great pass rush. I mean, come on. It was kind of predictable. Like, I didn't even need to be there for you guys to know what was going to happen.
Yeah.
I was probably going to say it was going to be like 31-15 or something like that. Some retarded number for the Bills, like something they couldn't even get. So, I mean, I'm just happy that we scored 30, let alone 50 on them.
Oh yeah, and Toby, he's in the chat right now, and he said the Chiefs suck. Boy, let me go. Yo, is this Floyd?
Yeah, what's good?
Yo, what's going on? What's going on, Floyd? Floyd, I want to introduce you to my homeboy, Flip. He normally hosts the show with me.
Yo, what's up, man?
What's good, man?
Yeah. All right. Now before we get into our predictions, let's have a good old look-see at this playoff picture. Let's do the AFC first. Now, the top 2 seeds in the AFC are the Patriots and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And who do you think has a better odds of winning out? Matter of fact, it's kind of tough to say that because eventually these two have to face each other, and guess what? Somebody got to lose. So, but the thing, like we'll get to that later on. But 3rd seed, it's looking like it's looking like Wichita might take it. It's looking like Kansas City might take it. But I mean, the thing is, they might just take it by default. My boy Toby in the chat said the Chiefs suck, but then again, the Chiefs because they don't suck. I think they just had a bad day. But the thing is, I bet you the thing is, if the Chiefs make the playoffs, which they will, I don't see the Chiefs getting any higher than 3rd seed. Chiefs are probably going to get anywhere between 3rd and 5th seed. And between the Patriots and the Steelers, it's a toss-up. What do you guys think? Flip, I'll let you go first.
I don't know, man. I feel like the Patriots shouldn't win this one, but Ben just has like days where you're just like, he's just out of nowhere, just like shows up and he's not doing so well. I don't know what to say about him, man. I'm gonna go with the Patriots on this.
You got them locking up the 1st seed. All right, like I said, it wouldn't surprise me, but you know I got to go for the home squad. But yeah. Anyway, Floyd, what do you think? Like in how the playoff picture is going to shape up in the next 4 to 6 weeks? Because there's only 5 weeks left.
That's it. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. No offense, but you announced them bad boys, in reverse. Mm-hmm. It's actually Pittsburgh and the Patriots.
Exactly. There we go. Because we Steelers fans. There we go.
Steelers, there you go. Go Steelers. They're on top. So and I think they're going to maintain that, whether they beat New England in Week 15 or not. I think.
Yeah, you're right about that because you got to remember they got to go up against the Buffalo Bills twice.
That's right. You don't know what's going to happen in those games. So I really think that as far as the rest of them are pretty much laid out the way that they are. If Buffalo gets the win and they're in and the Ravens are out, but if Buffalo can't seem to win at least one against the Patriots, I think the Ravens make it and Buffalo out. Everything else pretty much going to stay like it is as far as I can see, man.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
I agree. I mean, pretty much teams are what they are right now. They're not going to get any better, and they're not going to get any worse. It pretty much is what it is. Now, let's go on.
Yeah, you got one team in the hunt.
Yeah, I mean, in the hunt is looking pretty. I mean, the thing is, it's funny because the whole landscape of the playoffs, especially the wild card, could change in just 2 weeks. Like if the right things happen, because one of the third seed or fourth seed or fifth seed, they could lose one game and then somebody under them could win the next two and mess their whole junk up. So yeah, I mean the thing is like you never know. And this is November, December football is when teams play their hardest because this is when you get to see teams' true colors. But let's go over that NFC playoff picture. It's safe to say the Eagles are they got first round bye locked up, and two teams in the NFC have been exposed for the frauds that they truly are. The first one being the Dallas Cowboys. They got exposed. They got that ass whooped. And the Green Bay Packers got exposed. Well, I wouldn't say they got exposed. It's just that like we see who they are without Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I don't think Green Bay's got a shot at all, to be truthful with you. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
But now, as far as the rest of the NFC, it could go either way between. I believe that there's the NFC South is probably going to occupy 3 of the 6 playoff spots in the NFC. It could go. I mean, the Panthers could probably take the South. And the wild card, the 2 wild cards could be the Saints and the Falcons. Yo, who just chimed in?
Yo, what's up? I dropped the call though.
You had to call back?
Yeah, I had to call back.
Oh, you good. But yeah. Anyway, what I was saying, like the NFC playoff picture, like these 3 teams could be interchangeable. They could take anywhere between 3 and 5th seed. They could take, between New Orleans, the Carolina Panthers, and the Atlanta Falcons. They could occupy those. They could occupy anywhere between those 3, 4th, and 5th seeds. And I have I actually do have the Seahawks probably sneaking in the playoffs this year and getting that 6th seed. They get that wild card spot. It's funny because I actually had the Seahawks taking the West this year, but the Rams surprised the hell out of me. But I mean, we're gonna see how it goes. But anyway, the NFC playoff picture. Floyd, what do you think? Do you think it's shaping up to be?
Man, pretty much. I think Philly and Saints got that. You coming in behind them real close is Minnesota and the Rams. And then I got the Panthers and the Seahawks finishing it up. Man, I don't think the Falcons are going to be able to play consistently enough to get in. I think the Seahawks are going to sneak them. I was surprised. You remember my picks from last week, man. I'm surprised that anybody could do anything in Seattle.
Oh yeah.
You know, I was shocked that Atlanta won that game. Really, not that Atlanta can't beat them, but it's hard to win in Seattle, man. It really is. It's hard to play there because the crowd's just not with you. But yeah, I don't see Atlanta. I see Atlanta getting sent home. And those other top 6 teams that are there right now, I think they make it.
Yeah,
I think they pull that out.
Like I said, the Rams are probably like the most underrated team. But the thing is, they're winning games, but they're not getting no love. They're not getting no credit. They still continue to get overlooked. And if I was the Rams, yeah. But the thing is, the Rams lost to Minnesota, and Minnesota's looking good right now. I mean, the thing is, their schedule has been kind of iffy because let's be real. Without a healthy Aaron Rodgers, can't nobody beat Minnesota in the NFC North. Well, you know what? Scratch that, because the Lions are hit or miss. Because when you face the Detroit Lions, you never know which Lions you're gonna get, and the Pittsburgh Steelers pretty much brought that out.
They're a good team, but here's the thing: they do the same kinds of things that Atlanta does. They're good at those things until someone sees what it is, and then they shut it down.
Exactly.
If a good team will shut it down. When they're playing teams that can't do that, then they'll win those games. I just don't think they'll win enough to get past the teams that are already in front of them. That's the only thing. Not that they're not good. I just don't see them catching teams. If they had to play it a little bit differently across 1 or maybe 2 of those games, the records change or what have you, I might see it differently, but I don't see them catching a Minnesota or catching up with the Rams and passing them, and I don't see that happening.
Flip, what do you got, or who do you think? Like as far as how's the NFC playoff picture shaping up to you?
I basically agree with everything, but I think that the Lions could probably sneak
like I said, the NFC
That's
is
interesting.
the NFC is a foot. I mean, I think like the NFC is a foot race, and 1 week can turn it all around. But I think the AFC for the most part is a lock. I mean, it's two different playoff pictures. The AFC is either going to go through Gillette Stadium or Heinz Field, one of the two. But I mean, it's really a toss up in the NFC.
I'm looking at it like this, man. Everyone's looking at, well, the Steelers and the Patriots are going to lock horns, and that may not be the case, man. Patriots can be beaten.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And not that the Steelers can't. I just think that the teams that the Steelers will wind up playing are doable for the Steelers more so than the teams that the Patriots are going to have to play.
Right.
If they come in the 2 seed, that means, okay, they got that first bye week, right? They got that first bye week. That means when they come in, they have to play the best team available.
Right.
The Steelers do not.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. And at that point, it's like, well, who would you rather face? Because it's the top. Because in that wild card, let's just say that the Chiefs get in there at third seed. Because let's just say it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just say the first seed faces the third seed. Let's just say it's the Patriots versus the Chiefs again. And then let's just say it's the Steelers versus the let's go ahead and say the Steelers and the Jaguars again. I think if it goes down at Heinz Field in the playoffs, I don't see the Steelers. I mean, I don't see the Jags beating the Steelers in the playoffs. And I think that if it happens, if the Steelers if the Patriots and the Chiefs face each other in the playoffs again, then we can see the same story that we saw in at the beginning of the season if they get it together.
True. But I'm looking at it like this. If the Steelers draw the Jacksonville Jaguars, I think we beat them no matter where we play them because the first time we played them, they had Fournette. This particular time you're playing Pittsburgh, and the only weakness you got to work with now is throwing that ball downfield over past. That's our weakness. It's over top.
Right.
Bortles ain't doing that to us.
Yeah, because Blake Bortles, he ain't got no playoff experience whatsoever. Big Ben has only missed Big Ben has only missed the playoffs. Yeah, Big Ben has only missed the playoffs in the past 14 years. Big Ben has only missed the playoffs twice in the past 14 years. And those numbers don't lie.
That's it. And then they don't have a long passing game. So you ain't beating the Pittsburgh with that little junket. The Patriots are the only threat, man. I'm not lying. I don't see anybody else being able to do that. I'm sorry. I don't mean to pull the Steeler card on y'all.
Yeah. but I'm gonna have to play devil advocate here.
All right. Go ahead.
All right. So you guys are kind of throwing out the Jags like that real quick, man. I don't know. I see they have some potential on offense where they can get Fournette back. He'll be healthy for playoffs. They just got Westbrook back, so they have had some wide receivers. Westbrook, Leaky, and Hearn.
It's no problem. I don't know how I'm on the floor.
Like that, but you look, their defense, they just added Marcel Darius, so maybe I'm not going to be able to just a little fancy running like attack. The run game, or the run defense is kind of locked down. You already know the pass.
Right.
I just think that could be a real game, man. I don't see Ben throwing too well against that team.
Yeah. But like I said, it's all a matter. Who would you rather face? And sometimes it's not even a matter of, the skill. It's not even a matter of the skill of the team sometimes it's a matter of facing the right team at the right time. Let me give you guys an example. 2011, 2012, the New York Giants went 8-8 and won the damn Super Bowl. Let me give you guys another example. In 2009, 2010, I think it was the New York Jets was the 5th seed, and they beat the Patriots, who were the 2nd seed. And then a week later, for the AFC Championship, the Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Jets 31-17, I believe it was, and they made the Super Bowl, and they had to face the Packers. So yeah, I mean, it's a matter of facing the right teams at the right times. It's all about matchups.
Yeah, and I think when this particular time of the season, you're looking at Pittsburgh being a very difficult team to beat because you have to run the ball to win in the playoffs. You're not going to beat not with Bortles. You ain't gonna beat the passing with no Bortles.
Yeah.
I'm just not sold on that one. I'm sorry. I can give it to anybody else, but not them.
Yeah. And let's talk about the Chiefs. Yeah. Let's talk about the Chiefs again for a second. Now, like I said, I think the Chiefs probably gonna sneak in there. The Chiefs probably gonna get anywhere between 3rd and 5th seed. But the thing is, have the Chiefs been exposed? Are they gonna be one and done if they make the playoffs?
I just think people figured out their scheme. Alex Smith can't, roll out and throw to Tyreek Hill no more. Kareem Hunt's not, going to be flashing the defenders anymore because the guy get game footage on them. So, I mean, they're still a dangerous team, but they, that run that they had in the beginning was kind of wearing off on them.
Yeah, because now a lot of teams, they're keying in on Kareem Hunt. Because, I mean, well, yeah, they're really keying him up. And they try. See, the thing is he's in a loose. He's not a power back. He's not a Christian Okoye. He's not a Priest Holmes. He's not even a Jamal Charles. He's smaller than they are. But the thing is, he still got that wicked burst of speed. But they figured out how to jam him up at the line and disrupt him. If you can disrupt Alex Smith and get him to because delayed handoffs are what's killing Alex Smith right now. Because if you notice, he'll hold the ball for 2 or 3 seconds before he hand it off, and that's messing up the way that Kareem Hunt is running the ball. So the thing is that's killing him right there. And Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. Well, Travis Kelce, he's inconsistent right now. I mean, the thing is, he'll make that one big catch. He's always good for that. But the thing is, yeah. And the thing is that going to matter when they're being keyed in on the playoffs, especially if they face good secondaries?
I don't know, man. Their receiving team, it's just kind of lackluster.
Hold on, let me tell you for my stuff before I buy her stuff. You bring in, yeah, you gotta let me. These are my things here. Yeah. 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 No, I'm gonna be honest with you. The Chiefs. This is me right here. Yeah, Kansas City is a good squad. No, I'm good. I'm just. Want me to take my card out here? No, don't worry about it. Yeah. I see Kansas City as a viable option, as a viable team. However, Pittsburgh's already shown that they can beat them by stopping the run. So if you stop the run, you stop Kansas City because Alex Smith make him beat you. And Pittsburgh happened to beat them. Now, if they play them again, I don't know, man. I don't know that that's a gimme for Pittsburgh.
It's not.
Like Jacksonville would be. That's not a gimme. That's a hard game. And you got to beat the same team that saw how you beat them.
Yeah.
I'd rather face Jacksonville than Kansas City.
Yeah, because, this is why. Because if Jacksonville make the wild card, if they get that 3rd or 4th seed, let's just say whoever Kansas City and Jacksonville face, they're going to beat the hell out of each other. And then Pittsburgh and New England are going to have a week of rest. And, after they just got through a war, it's going to be easy pickings for those teams. Well, it might not be easy pickings, but it's going to be harder for them to win the game.
I'd rather see the Patriots have to go through Kansas City.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Pittsburgh.
Because Kansas City's got their number. They can beat them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. So that's why I'd rather go ahead and face a team that has already, first of all, played more than one playoff game, and then come into Pittsburgh having already played. Pittsburgh messed it up. Yeah, give me a Kansas City over Jacksonville.
Yeah, New England, definitely. All right, fellas.
Give me a Jacksonville over Kansas City.
Definitely.
Sure.
Well, all right, fellas, let's get into our predictions this week. Ooh, we got 3 Thanksgiving Day games. Oh, wow. First game we got is Minnesota Vikings at home going up against the Detroit Lions at home. The Vikings, say what you want about them being an incomplete team, but these guys are finding ways to win games. And like I said earlier, with the Detroit Lions, even though this is a home game for them, you never quite know which Detroit Lions you're gonna get. And that's kind of what's scaring me this week about this game. But hopefully I don't regret this. but I'm gonna go ahead and give this one to the Detroit Lions at home against the Vikings. I'm gonna say 20, 28-24 because the Lions are usually pretty damn good on Thanksgiving. But Floyd, what do you think? And then we'll go to you, Flip.
Let me ask you this. Have you gotten any news on whether the Vikings are going to stick with Taysom or are they trying to move and play Bridgewater?
I think they might keep Case Keenum. They might be keeping him.
And then give me Minnesota. Give me them.
Yeah.
They're hot with him. They seem to be on the roll, like you said. So I take Minnesota.
All right. Flip, who you got? Vikings or Lions?
I got to go.
What was that, Flip?
I think he might have got disconnected.
Yeah, I think he might have got disconnected. We'll talk about it a little bit more, but I mean when he come back. But yeah, like I said, man, like it's weird. Like the Lions are a funny team because they got potential, but it's just like it all depends on who they face. Like I said, because you seen what the Steelers did to them. Because I mean, the thing is, what's called had the best status, or he had the best stat ever against them. He had over 400 passing yards, but guess what? They didn't score not one touchdown on the Steelers. And I think instead of bad offense, that's just good Steelers defense. Who, if we shut them out from touchdowns.
Well, see, here's the thing too. The Steelers don't play against two-headed monsters. They don't play very well against two-headed monsters. That's how Chicago was able to beat them. If you got a two-headed running monster, you give the Steelers a lot of trouble. Yeah. But if all you bring into the table is Abdullah and that running scheme that the Detroit Lions have, so that's the problem with the Lions is that doesn't work against everybody. Now you making Matthew Stafford go up and down the field. I don't know. They are a dangerous team. I'm not knocking them. I just happen to think that the Vikings are a little better, and they're not going to lose a game that they actually feel they have to win this game.
Yeah.
To stay in their slot, man, because they're trying to get a bye week too now.
Oh yeah.
They only one game off of a bye week themselves.
Yeah, definitely. But shoot, the thing is, like Matt Stafford, like I don't know what it is. It's just like he's missing something. He can make the playoffs. The Lions can make the playoffs, but they just can't get over that hump. And the reason why they can't get over that hump and say, okay, these guys are a viable contender for the Super Bowl, is that they're missing something, and I don't know what that something is.
The run game.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm with you on that. Their run game. It's not the players. It's not the running back. It's the scheme. It's something in that.
Yeah.
I can't put my finger on it.
Yeah, like how many years has it been since the Lions actually had a decent running game? Like
wow. Oh, wow. It's been about 4 years. It's been about 4 years.
Yeah, one good year since Gary
Sanders. Yeah.
One good year. I bet you Bush did a little something 1 year, a couple of years back. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I got the Vikings. Their team is getting pretty on pace to be a playoff team. Last season, showing up in big camp. McKinnon and Murray are doing a pretty good job with Cookout. Their defense is their defense. I got to beat the Lions, but maybe the Lions win the Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah. All right, next game we got the Chargers against the Cowboys. Oh my Lord! Now you guys probably already know where I'm going with this, so I don't even think I need to say it. But if the Cowboys lose this game, they can forget about the postseason. They really can forget about it. And the Chargers just put a Texas-sized ass whooping on the Buffalo Bills. But the thing is, the Buffalo Bills deserve to get their ass whooped because they call themselves benching Tyrod Taylor to teach him a lesson, and then they put that scrub-ass quarterback in. I forgot what the hell his name was. Peterman? What's his name?
Yeah, Peterman.
Peterman,
Is that what you heard? Is that it was supposed to deliver a message to But the offense was not their problem. Their problem was defense, man. They give up 30, 40 points a game. Why you go to the quarterback?
But I know, but come on, man. Like I said, Tyrod, he's the one who kept their ass in the game. Like, he's the one that stopped the blowout.
Thank you.
Tyrod got a sack fumble. Gave us a free touchdown.
Well, the thing is, I mean, you can kind of give him a gimme on that because he was just warming up. Of course, they're not. I mean, when you're not warming up at all, of course you're gonna cough up the ball at least once, or something like that. So yeah. But I mean, the thing is, Dak Prescott for the Cowboys, he has happy feet. Is if you sack him once, you can sack him twice. He does not like to get hit. Well, but then again, you can say the same thing about most quarterbacks. But the thing is, he is a mobile quarterback. He's supposed to be a dual threat, and he's not really supposed to be stepping out of the pocket like that for him to be slinging it, the way he is. And the thing is, I don't think he's went one game in the past few weeks without throwing at least one interception, and that's something that you really do have to look at, even in the games they win. But overall, I'm like I said, I might regret this decision later. But I'm gonna go ahead and give this one to the Lions. I'm gonna go ahead and give this one to the Cowboys by 3 points. Flip, what about you?
I'm gonna tell you right now, the Cowboys are getting destroyed this week.
Oh my Lord! Really? Wow.
Yes.
All right.
Some strong words.
Unless they got Tyron Smith back, Joey Bosa. That 1-5. I don't know what his name is, but he's giving up sacks to everybody.
Yeah. Oh yeah, y'all secondary is nothing to mess with. The Chargers secondary really is nothing to mess with. They really not.
And neither is that
front
four either, man.
They run out there. We got Hayward and Trevor Williams out there, and we killing it.
Yeah, their front four is pretty good. I can't lie about that.
Other than Ingram are gonna just have a field day. Dak's gonna be running all day. He's just gonna, I don't know, and I don't care what anybody says. Dez is slow. Casey Hayward a lot of it. More thinking a lot of Dez. Hayward a lot of it. So I don't have an issue there. We got Denzel Perryman back with our linebacker core, so we got our leader back in the middle. So we're good there too. People are kind of underestimating that part. That was really our big problem, our run defense, and they don't have Zeke. So we don't have to really worry about Alfred Morris like that.
Oh yeah.
I'm not worried about their head. So I got the couple of games started.
All right. Yeah. Floyd, who you got between them?
I see what my man's talking about. I do see that pass rush from the Chargers making an impact. I just don't see him beating Dallas. I think Dallas is able to overcome that. Low scoring affair.
Yeah, but you got to remember. The Denver Broncos did work on them too. You got to remember that they went in there and wiped their feet. Well, actually, they didn't beat them at Jerry's World, but still, they put a good whooping on the Cowboys. So that's something that you got to keep in mind too. But I mean, hell, I'll buy either one of you guys' decision for $1. Anyway, next up, we got the New York Giants against the Washington Redskins once again. This is a primetime game, and I don't really. The thing is, at this point, do either one of these guys have anything to play for?
Redskins still playing for us playoff spot, man. They're still in the hunt mathematically. But the Giants, you still count them as a football team, man?
Hey, look at who they just beat though. I mean, they beat the Chiefs, and the Chiefs is one of the top seeds in the AFC.
I'm going to call my bookie in Vegas and help and see if I can get the game thrown too. That had to be a Vegas thing, man. Where in the world? I know any given Sunday, but good grief.
I know. Oh, man. But me, I don't know. But the thing is, the Giants don't really have anybody that's a threat because Josh Norman can lock up any one of the Giants receivers right now. If it was him and Odell Beckham, it would be a different story. But me, I'm going to go ahead and give this one to the Redskins by 8 points. Flip, what about you? Giants, Redskins, who you got?
Man, I kind of don't want to bet against the Giants because they've been weird.
Yeah.
They lose like 3 of their top receivers, and they suddenly become a better team. So that's kind of odd.
Yeah, it is.
Kirk Cousins, I don't really trust him. He just lost Terrell Pryor for the season. So, I mean, he don't even have. Terrell Pryor wasn't in a wide receiver one. He hasn't really had a wide receiver one this entire season. He doesn't have Jordan Reed. Out of relying on Vernon Davis. He ain't a best back there. I still see him as the tight end one. But I just don't see the offense clicking now against the Champs. I think be low and probably Giants pull it off, get another win. Because McAdoo's trying to save his coaching job and because they are keeping him in the draft.
Right. Yeah, Floyd, what about you? Who you got? What is your final decision or your final score between the Giants and Redskins?
Man, the Redskins are going to kill them. These boys went toe-to-toe with the Saints. Could have won that game.
Yeah.
I know. Any team that can go toe-to-toe with the Saints, the Giants are no match for that squad.
Yeah.
I got them in by a minimum of 14.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing, though, about the Giants. I agree. I mean, here's the thing about the Redskins, though, is I agree with you because they went toe-to-toe with the Eagles, and the Eagles are probably the best team. They are the best team in the NFC right now. But the thing is, they can't close the door, and that's why they lose games. But like I said, I see what you're saying. But like I said, I got the Redskins by 8, but like I said, if they win by more than that, it wouldn't surprise me. A Giants win wouldn't surprise me, but I'm not holding my breath. I'm just gonna pick the Redskins to play it safe this week. Anyway, next up, we got the Buffalo Bills with Tyrod Taylor starting against the Kansas City Chiefs at Arrowhead Stadium. The Chiefs have, for lack of a better word, been exposed for who they really are, and the Bills' defense, especially their linebackers and their front seven ain't nothing to mess with. They can be formidable to anybody in this whole conference. It's all a matter of this game is probably going to turn into a gunsling. This game's going to be a gunfight. Or the two quarterbacks can turn this game into a dogfight, pretty much. It's all a matter of Alex Smith has gotten it together, and it depends on the. It's also going to come down to who has the better running game too. I think that the Bills probably got the better passing game, but the Chiefs might have the better running game, and that's going to be a determining factor. Once again, hopefully, I don't regret this because I know how good the Bills defense is. But me, I've got this. I got the Chiefs winning by, let's say, 4 points. Flip, who do you got? Bills or Chiefs?
Man, I don't know. After that Marcel Darius trade, I feel like the Bill defense is even kind of shakier than they were. But
you can say the same thing about the Chiefs' offense, though.
Yeah, good. But I'm gonna go with the Bills just because I want the Chargers to get close to the taking that division.
I feel that.
If Tyrod can get the passing game started, I can see Shady just running all over this Chiefs defense. So it's up to Tyrod. He's got to do it without Kelvin Benjamin. I think he's got to play. And this dude off the Eagles that they got, he's back this week.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Oh, McCoy.
Yeah.
Shady.
Mm-hmm. Jordan Matthews. There we go. Yeah, he's back this week.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they'll probably pull it off. I don't know.
All right, Floyd, who you got? Bills, Chiefs.
Bills need this one, man. I would love to see him win. I hope I'm wrong, but I think Kansas City is a better squad. But I sure hope I'm wrong. Yeah, give me Kansas City and squeaker.
Yeah. Well, all right.
Gunfight, like you said.
Yeah. All right, next up, NFC South matchup. AFC South matchup. We got the Tennessee Titans on the road against the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts are the biggest disappointment this year because they got all the weapons, all the tools, but the thing is they can't execute worth a damn. The Titans, they got blown out by the Pittsburgh Steelers at Heinz Field, but then again, it's rare that a team comes to Heinz Field and doesn't. I mean, like I said, with the exception of another AFC South team, the Jacksonville Jaguars, but I won't talk about that anymore. Anyway, Marcus Mariota, hopefully he learns something, But I mean, the thing is, let's be real. The Colts defense ain't nowhere near as good as the Steelers defense. And if Marcus Mariota gets it together, and if DeMarco Murray, he can shred, he can like run right through the Colts front seven. I'm gonna go ahead and give this one to the Colts. I'm gonna have to go ahead and give this one to the Titans by 9 points. Yep, it's gonna be we got them by a 9-point deficit. Flip, who you got? Titans or Colts?
I think of the Colts as another one of those Green Bay teams where, well, not Green Bay teams, but another one of those teams where if their quarterback is gone, they're trash, like Aaron Rodgers and Andrew Luck. So, I got the Titans winning this one, man. They're a run-heavy team, and I feel like they should just start letting Mariota kind of run off the pocket and do his thing. They're trying to make him like a pocket passer, and I don't think they should do that, but I mean it's their thing. So I still got them winning probably like you said, right around 9 or maybe 12. It'll be something like that, but I don't see the Colts winning this one.
Yeah,
they need luck that.
Yeah, me either. Floyd, who you got? Titans or Colts?
Man, Colts, no luck. They got no luck.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it. Give me the Titans by 14.
Wow. All right. Next up, another an AFC North divisional matchup. Who the hell's going to watch this one, though? The Cleveland Browns against the Cincinnati Bengals. But the thing is, who the hell cares? Because neither one of these teams is playing for a damn thing.
I'm going to make you watch it just for bringing it up.
Oh, man.
But the Sunday ticket all lined up, brother.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, but the thing is, hey, somebody got to lose. I mean, and the thing is, it's at Paul Brown Stadium. I mean, the Bengals are at home, so you kind of be nuts not to pick them. Like I said, I don't want to pick anybody in this game. I wouldn't even give a damn if the game ended in a draw. But I got the Bengals. Yeah.
Why don't we predict who's going to win this game next year?
I know. hey, you want to know why? It's because what difference would it make between this year and next year? It don't make a damn difference.
Whatever his name is, to start lighting people up with him and Josh Gordon.
Oh hell! But the thing is, that's like a 1 in a million lottery shot, though. We talking realistically. But me, like I said, I gotta pick somebody. I'm gonna go ahead and just pick the Bengals by a touchdown. Bengals by 7 points. But Flip, who you got? Bengals or Browns?
Oh, AJ Green is lighting up the Browns. It's definitely.
Yeah.
I don't even care about who is on the Brown defense anymore. They're playing for a lottery.
Pretty much.
AJ Green is probably getting like 3 touchdowns this week. It's gonna be like 28-12 or some crap.
Wow.
That's
Yeah. All right, Floyd, who you got?
Man, like I said, if this is next year, we got a different conversation. I think Steelers going to have to beat the Browns twice just to get in the playoffs.
Wow.
But this year, the Browns are horrible. I don't see them beating the Bengals or anybody else. Anytime soon.
Yeah. All right. Wow, we got a lot of divisional matchups this week. NFC South matchup, the Tampa Bay Bucks against the Atlanta Falcons. Now, the Falcons put on a pretty good show against the Seahawks, at the Seahawks Stadium. The Bucks, I don't know what the hell their situation is with their quarterback or their running back. The Bucks defense kind of is what keeps them in games, but the thing is, with the way the Falcons are playing right now, I mean, with the Falcons being a formidable opponent, I don't see the Bucks beating them. So I'm going to go ahead and give it to the Falcons by, let's do 8 points. But Flip, who you got, Bucks or Falcons?
I got the Falcons, man. Doug Martin's just been non-existent. James is probably going to get destroyed by Vic Beasley. It's not looking good for that team. Mm-hmm. I don't know what's going on with their offense. Good things that they should be killing it. But, I don't know. I guess Mike Evans and Sean Jackson are just a dynamic duo. I got Falcons winning by like maybe 14, 2 touchdowns. Yeah.
All right. Floyd, who you got? Bucks or Falcons?
Man, give me the Falcons on that. Tampa Bay can't run the ball.
Yeah. Short, sweet, and to the point. I like that. We got another a divisional matchup. AFC South. AFC East. Miami Dolphins against New England Patriots, and it is at Gillette Stadium. Do we even the Patriots? They are what they are. I mean, and the Dolphins, they have no identity whatsoever. So I'm gonna just keep it short. I got the Patriots running through them at Gillette Stadium. It's probably gonna be a 35-21 type of game. So yeah, I got the Patriots by 14 points. Flip, who you got?
Patriots. I like the Dolphins' new little run game, but I mean they still got Jay Cutler. Jarvis Landry's been trying to keep him in games, but he's not going to beat this side back in this. It's going to be a Patriots can blow this game, and that's about it.
Yeah.
I don't even know the score to be for the end. It's just going to be nice.
Oh yeah, definitely. Floyd, who you got? Dolphins, Patriots.
Patriots got no pass rush. Dolphins got no pass rush. Patriots torched them. Might even score 50 this week.
Wow. All right. Yeah. All right. Next up, we got the Chicago Bears going up against the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Eagles are at home in this game. So wow. The Bears, they got a nice little 1-2 punch when it comes to the running game, but the thing is, they ain't never seen an offense like the Eagles, at least so far this season. And Carson Wentz, like I said, I'm now convinced that he's the truth, especially if they make it to the playoffs. The thing is, like, he's got no playoff experience, but I mean, I think that they're just going to run the table and carve their way through the next couple of games. So I'm going to go ahead and give this one to the Eagles. 28-17. Yeah, I got the Eagles by 11 points. Flip, who you got? Bears, Eagles.
I like the Bears defense a lot. I like what they've been able to do, but I don't think they'll be able to do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you got Alshon, Ertz, and Aguilar to stop, so, yeah. And then Ajayi, he's starting to hit, too. So, I got Eagles winning by, 15.
All right. Floyd, who you got? Bears, Eagles.
Bears can't score enough to beat the Eagles. Even if they stop it, they won't outscore them. All right, give me the Eagles in that one. By 10.
All right. Next up, this is interesting. The Carolina Panthers going up against the New York Jets, and the Jets are at home. Not that it really matters. The Jets are here's the funny thing about the Jets. The Jets have a good defense in the first half, and then they run out of gas. They let people drop 12, 15, 18 points on them in the third and the fourth quarter, and you can't win games like that, especially against a team with a high-powered offense like the Carolina Panthers. And Cam Newton, it seems like that he has gotten it together in the past couple of weeks. A couple of close calls, but still, he's proved that he's back and he can win games. Give me the Panthers by 9 points in this game. All right, Flip, what about you? Who you got? Panthers, Jets.
Panthers just got great hopes to come back. I'm liking their chances a lot. I didn't like it when he was out because they just lost Kelvin Benjamin, but Cam got his favorite target back, so I see him putting up a bit of show this week. Jets losing by 2 touchdowns again.
All right, Floyd, who you got? Panthers, Jets.
Give me Carolina.
All right. Let's wait and to the point because, like I said, the Jets, the only thing they have is a solid defense, and then they run out of gas. They don't have anything else because let's be real, they can't score at work. They can't score worth a damn either. I mean, because their quarterback situation ain't right. But yeah, I mean, I agree with you. All right, Panthers all across the board. Let's go to the next game. NFC West divisional matchup. The 49ers going up against the Seahawks. The Seahawks lost a close one to the Falcons. The Falcons are formidable, and let's be real, the 49ers this year are nowhere near as they are not bad. They are terrible this year. They're not as good as Atlanta is. So just to keep it short, sweet, and to the point, give me the Seahawks by 12 points over the 49ers. Flip, who you got?
Obviously Seahawks. The 49ers put up a nice little fight in the beginning, but they're definitely playing for the draft now.
Floyd, who you got? Seahawks or 49ers?
I got playoffs over pride, man. The 49ers are playing for pride. The Seahawks are playing for playoffs. They need the playoffs.
All right, then. All right, then. Short, sweet, to the point. Next up. Oh, my God. This could be the potential game of the week, gentlemen. We got the New Orleans Saints against the Los Angeles Rams. This is game of the week potential. Right? Yeah, I know. This is game of the week potential right here, fellas. Drew Brees, the man is a magician. Jared Goff, he's got a whole bunch of weapons. I mean, it's not crazy to say that the Rams got more weapons than the Saints do at this point. I see both teams like having a damn field day. It wouldn't surprise me if both teams drop 35 plus in this game. It's gonna be a good game, and the thing is, I wouldn't get mad if you guys picked either team to win this game. But me, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I actually do like the Rams better in this game. Give me the Rams by 5 points. Flip, who you got? Rams or Saints?
I got Saints.
Wow.
The Rams just lost Robert Wood.
Oh, yeah.
The Rams just lost Robert Wood, so they just lost one of their best receivers. Gurley's gonna have to carry this game. If the Rams win this game, it's because of Gurley.
Yeah.
I see them trying to keep up to the Saints, but Saints, that offense is ridiculous. Saints winning like 35-24 is definitely something I can see.
All right. Wow. Like I said, I ain't really mad at either pick, but yeah. Floyd, who you got? Rams or Saints?
I agree with your commentary, man. Plus the Rams, they have that pass rush. Drew Brees, ain't no point putting a pass rush on him this year. That's not going to work. I think that two-headed monster running the ball, it's going to look a lot like the Redskin game.
Yeah.
When the Saints play them. That's how this game is going to look, if you ask me. And I think the Saints pulled this one out too, man.
All right. Looks like I'm standing alone in that pick. Like I said, I mean, this game of the week potential, so you can't really get mad at either one. All right, next up, the Jacksonville Jaguars going up against the Arizona Cardinals. This game is a little bit dicey to me because it all depends on, I mean, we all know how good the Jaguars defense is, but it's all a matter if Blake Bortles can score or not. The Cardinals might not have a steady quarterback, but the thing is, they still have enough weapons to where they can score and put up a decent amount of points. Even though Houston gave them all they could handle. Can't believe I'm saying this, but this is probably my underdog pick of the week. I'm actually going to take the Cardinals in this one. I got the Cardinals by 3 points over the Jacksonville Jaguars. Flip, who you got?
I got an easy game for the Jaguars on this one.
Oh, wow.
I don't even trust the team with Carson Palmer at the helm. I definitely don't trust Drew and whoever they got playing back there now.
Oh, they got Blaine Gabbert.
Yeah, Blaine Gabbert.
Oh, Blaine Gabbert. See, like, I don't trust anybody. They might as well just go get Cap and put him back.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that.
But yeah, I mean, the only person I trust in that team, well, the only people I trust in that team is Larry and Adrian Peterson. I don't see them doing too much this game against the Jaguars. I got the Jaguars kind of destroying this team. And like I said, we're going to see if Bortles can actually do something with his weapons this game, because he's definitely got some receiving threats. Let's see if he can beat the quarterback that they need to throw.
Oh, all right. Floyd, who you got? Jags or Cardinals?
Man, Blaine Gabbert would love to beat the team that cut him for the quarterback they got now.
Oh, yeah.
But I just think, man, I think Jags will get him. I'm not going to be mad at whoever wins the game, be truthful with you. They almost like even to me. But, yeah, I think Jacksonville pulls this one out because of the deep.
All right. Next up, another AFC West Divisional matchup. The Denver Broncos going up against the Oakland Raiders. The Broncos are another bipolar team. They'll beat a team they're not supposed to beat, and then they get stomped by any team that's average or above average. The Raiders, they are fighting right now. The thing is, I don't think the Broncos are playing for anything right now. The Raiders need this game if they want a decent wild card spot. And the thing is, Derek Carr, he's shown that he's the truth, but he's shown that like under pressure, like he can get a little bit, dicey. But he's got his clutch moments too. And his clutch moments, let me give you an example, is that win against the Kansas City Chiefs. It was about 4 or 5 weeks ago. And the Broncos can't seem to get the quarterback situation together. The only thing to save the Broncos right now is their running game and their secondary on defense. Oh, yeah, and of course, Von Miller. You can't forget about that. But I don't think that's going to be enough. I am going to give this one to the Raiders by 6 points. Flip, who you got?
I feel like all these divisional matchup games, at least in the AFC West, especially in the AFC West, I feel like it can go either way. They're starting Paxton Lynch this week, and I don't know. I like the new quarterback change every single week for the Broncos because I need them to win this game.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping Demaryius Thomas can show out and save this team. I'm hoping the Broncos defense can disrupt Derek Carr, and it's gonna be a close one. I see it the opposite of you. Broncos winning by 6.
Oh wow!
So, let's hope it's that.
That's your underdog pick of the week. Hey, we gotta have one. But Floyd, who you got? Broncos or Raiders?
Hey, I might get a little winded on this one here, because the Raiders are just like the Tampa Bay Bucks to me. They are the most disappointing teams of the season. How you losing with all these weapons? How you are not already got playoff situation already in hand? I can't understand it. But I will say this: if the Raiders are playing the Broncos are going with Paxton Lynch. Now he's no Peterman, but there's a reason why that brother's third string quarterback
right.
behind Osweiler. Any quarterback that's sitting the bench behind Osweiler and Simeon can't be all that good.
Yeah.
So not that they're not bad. Not that they're bad. They're just not great. They're okay. So if you're sitting behind the bench behind two okay dudes, you're not beating no Raiders. I think the Raiders still have playoff aspirations, and they'll be playing for that. And I think they're gonna get the better of the Broncos, man.
All right. Next up, primetime game. The Green Bay Packers going up against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, let me go back to what I was saying. What I said at the very beginning of the season. I predicted the Steelers to be 12-4 this year. And I said that the Packers would be one of the teams that scared me the most out of our entire schedule. But guess what? Now, Superman has got that big green rocket blowing kryptonite right in front of him. Translation, no Aaron Rodgers. So, and the thing is, do you see what the Ravens did to them at Lambeau Field? If the Ravens shut them out at Lambeau Field, what the hell do you think the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to do to them at Heinz Field? This is a no-brainer for me. I got the Steelers by 21 points. Easy. Flip, who you got?
I got the I got the Packers in a blowout.
I think
Tell me another joke. That was the funniest joke I heard all night. Tell me another one.
He must be playing. The next time he calls in, man, I'm hitting my button.
Yeah.
On a real note, Le'Veon Bell is destroying this team. Antonio Brown is destroying this team. I need Ben to throw 4 touchdowns because I got him on my fantasy team. So for it, Steelers blowout.
All right. Floyd, who you got? Well, or do I even need to ask?
Brother, business is booming. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Yes, sir.
Ain't nothing else to talk about. Business is booming.
Yes, sir. You got a final score?
Huh?
I said you got a final score? Like I said, I got the Steelers by 21 points.
Yeah, I'm pushing in that area, somewhere between 15, 21. Yep. I think they're going to beat them by 2 scores minimum.
Yeah, because you seen what we did to you seen what we did to we seen what we did to the Titans last week. So yeah, I think we're just gonna keep that momentum going. Like I said, our biggest roadblock is gonna be the the New England Patriots. But other than that, I see us running the table.
We'll be in the AFC Championship trying to figure out how to beat somebody like the Chiefs.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what I'm telling you, man. It's the people looking at the Patriots like they're awesomeness. They got weaknesses, and they got people that can put him on his butt. If they play Jacksonville, that's a problem. If they play Kansas City, that could be a problem.
Exactly.
They mess around and catch, unless they catch our Oakland, someone they can clearly do all them plays that they run on. Yeah, I think they play one, they win one, and they get beat in the next one, man.
All righty.
I ain't lying.
All righty. Next up, we got the Houston Texans against the Baltimore Ravens at M&T Bank Stadium. Ravens are home in this game. The Ravens are another team that's iffy, 50-50. They're like right at 500 right now, I believe it is. And the Texans, another huge disappointment. And the thing is, it's only because the Texans have got the injury bug. And DeAndre Hopkins, poor guy. But the thing is, DeAndre Hopkins is earning his damn paycheck. He really is earning every penny right now because he is carrying all the damn workload. And it's a damn shame. And I think Brian Cushing is coming back from his suspension. But yeah, exactly. I really don't want to say this. I really hate to say this, but give me the Ravens by 6 points in this game. Flip, who you got?
Ravens by, I think we still will showdown this week. I like the Ravens often more than the heavy teams. Their defense is solid. So like defense is solid, but Houston has Tom Savage. That's even if you DeAndre Hopkins, if you can't Tom Savage strong.
All right, Floyd, who you got? Ravens, Texans.
I got the Ravens by a point.
Wow.
Come from behind win.
Wow. And you're right. They might start off slow. They might start off strong and then burn out of gas. So the thing is, I mean, you never really know. So, yeah. It's just, but the thing is, it's a Monday night game, and I think it's going to be pretty underwhelming no matter who the hell you pick. It would have been easier to pick if Deshaun Watson was still starting and if he wasn't injured or if J.J. Watt wasn't injured. Like I said, they just got the Titans got a lot of potential. I mean, the Texans got a lot of potential. It's just that they had bad luck with injuries this year. That's about it. All right, fellas. But yeah. Any final thoughts you got before we wrap up tonight?
No, man. That's good coverage right there.
Yeah. All right. My final thoughts is this week. I mean, the thing is, after this week, we're 3/4 of the way through the regular season, which means we're coming closer and closer to playoff time. So a lot of these teams are going to have to step their game up, and a lot of teams that are no longer in contention, they can just, the only thing they can do at this point is just ruin it for other teams who already got a playoff spot. Because a lot of these 8-2, 7-3 teams, all they really need is one more win, and they pretty much got a playoff spot locked up. Because it's easy to say they're going to get 3 or 4 more games, win 3 or 4 more games before the season is over. So, yeah. The best thing that a lot of these teams that are under 500 can do is just make it harder for all the teams that are going to the playoffs.
You're right. But just keep in mind, it's going to happen at least once.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And I see it happening to the Patriots, believe it or not. The Patriots is a team that I see losing to one of those below 500 teams.
It might. Sometimes matchups, man. Yeah, sometimes matchups.
Yeah, definitely. Well, anyway, that'll do it for the Week 12 podcast. I'd like to thank my boys Floyd and Flip for co-hosting with me, and we will see you guys same time next week. Peace out.
Be easy.